Hey guys, hello from all over, wherever you're from. Good day, it's morning where I'm at now in Jamaica, so good morning. Welcome to Faith and Forex. May you prosper and be in good health as your soul prospers. Let us go. All right, so if you have been following the trade so far for Gbpjpy, you'd have known that we are just shy of our TP. When I say shy, I mean less than a pip away from our take profit. So for Gbpjpy, I entered yesterday. As I told you, I did not enter, I'd say, with much confidence, especially because this trade has an area of supply, strong area of supply to the left. And when I say supply, it's simply that buy before the big sell. All right, so if I should mark out these areas, you can see between these green lines, we had much indecision. As you can see, we had what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlesticks in that area. All right, and so we would have gotten again, as we are now, into another area of supply where we have that buy, those 2 candlesticks before that sell. All right, so I entered the trade, and at the close of the market on the 2-hour time frame, I saw an evening star candlestick formation pattern. And an evening star simply is when you have like a doji and then an engulfing candle, usually of the same my bad, I'm not an artist. I'm not an artist. They're usually of the same color, so these are indicating bearish momentum. And if it were the other way around, of course, that's called a morning star, and morning stars indicate bullish momentum or change of direction. All right, so there was a slight change of direction. You can go look them up. The evening star and the morning star. Evening is for bearish, morning bullish. Now, when I saw that candlestick formation pattern, I knew we would have pulled back just a little bit. So I exited. I took what I got from the trade. Did not reach TP, and so I was watching it. Yesterday we said that I'm definitely waiting for a double break. We had a first break here of the lower high just around to our left, and then we did get that second break, right, which gave us that pullback. Now this pullback was minus. I would not have entered here because on higher time frames around this area, that's where the 2-hour evening star began forming, and so I knew that we had more pullback that was going to take place. All right, so it continued downwards, and we could have taken our entry right here. I entered late, maybe around here for 1 to 2. I'm still in actually, waiting for GJ to reach 205. This is a very good area. Again, we look at the bias, which is bullish. Then we look at areas of interest. This is a very good area of interest. As I said before, price came into here multiple times. Boom, we know that price is above the sellers. The sellers would be below this line, as you can see. Every time they got to 204 thereabout, the sellers kicked in once, twice, and 3 times. So we have quite a number of touches. This was a break and retest. The buyers got in, and so we know that above this area, just around 203, we have bullish momentum. All right, so those are areas to mark, which was an area of interest. I did enter the trade once and I exited around that area just because of the candlestick formation pattern. The market was closed and all of that. So those are just my rules. Now, after that second break, we were sure that price was bullish because it did not just break structure within here, it actually broke structure across from here. So we had a minor break and then we had that retest. Yes, so it broke once, retested, broke twice, came back into this area, and luckily, as the market does the same thing over and over again, this was just around our premium area, right, just between the 50% and the 78.6. So you could have entered just around here as soon as you saw a bullish engulfing candlestick, a doji, rejection, whatever it might have been. And of course, there was bullish candlesticks around this area. I got in late because I was paying attention to UJ, which is moving just as GJ, is just a little bit cleaner. GJ is very reactive, especially with the gold. It's moving alongside gold. I've not looked into why. Whenever gold goes down, GJ moves down temporarily or upwards. So I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it, but I've noticed it since I actually marked up gold, but I never took any gold trades. Oh, this was after the fact, but this here that I have 1 to 2.5 was this morning when I got up and I saw this was clean, good to go. I actually marked off gold, getting into my area of demand. My area of interest 2, which is area of demand. Above that would have been area of interest 1, where the buyers were, but it pushed deeper and now it's going upwards. I haven't taken it. So yeah. But UJ was clean. This one was after the fact. I think I was looking to this after the fact. No, I lie. This was before. These two were before actually. But I didn't take this first trade, so I'm gonna remove it. But this trade I actually took. It's cleaner. I had my TP at -27, but I woke up and I saw that it was pushing. I changed my TP just to a little higher. All right, but the channel is not for UJ, it's for GJ. But I'm just saying USDJPY moves a lot cleaner than GJ. GJ is very reactive. All right, they will be going into the same direction. GJ will take a day and a half. UJ will take a day. All right, and UJ is even moving during London session. GJ is back and forth. Okay, so it's not for the week. Let me just put that out there. But yeah, it got into premium. I think I entered at 204, 429 thereabout. And in still for a 1 to 2. As soon as I understand these platforms a little more, I share pictures of my entries and so on. Still in for a 1 to 2, around 2, exactly at 205. I'm not even risking the trade going any higher, all right, than that area. Still TP1 -27, which is just around 20, just a little bit below 205, but that's what I'm aiming for, 205. Even though it can go 10 pips below or above, it depends. All right, but I don't think GJ has stopped moving. Waiting still for New York session to start at 8 a.m. EST time. All right, so that would have been the trade idea for yesterday. I think after today, I won't be entering anymore. I've reached my target for the week. And so I'm going to be just relaxing for Wednesday, Thursday. So you might not get another video until Sunday, but I'm trying my best to be as consistent as possible. If you were following, you would have gained profit if you were following the bias, the area of interest, the confluences, the entries. All right. For now, I'm trying my best to be as consistent as possible. For those who are following and you're looking forward to learning and growing, I'm learning, I'm growing, and I'm trying hard to be consistent. Again, do not risk what you're not willing to lose. Always use a stop loss, and more importantly, revise your plan before you enter a trade. Ensure that you are headed somewhere and you're not just moving with your emotions or rushing. Slow down and take your time to learn. You can like, share, subscribe, comment, ask me any questions about Forex, and I'll be willing to answer you guys. All right, so that's it for today's video. I'll see you back maybe on Sunday. I'm not sure. If I see anything, I'll come on tomorrow. Definitely won't be here on Friday. All right, so adios.